Okay, so last time on How I Wrote It, we talked about the unlucky ones. Now, this is a series that I've been doing for the past couple of weeks where every Monday I take some time to talk about each individual song off my debut album with regards from far away. Links down below to listen to it. If you're interested in how I wrote these songs, then go ahead and watch the other videos on my channel or in the playlist that you're watching this in, or however this works. Without further ado, let's move on to Good For You. Now, in the story of the album, in the context of this relationship between these two people, in between the unlucky ones, which was this sort of argument that led to nowhere, this heated discussion after the argument in Don't Bother that led to nowhere and kept running around in circles. After that, the couple breaks up. And this song takes place after the breakup, and from the perspective of the narrator, who has been the voice that has been speaking the entire album. Now, usually I write notes down for this kind of thing, just to guide me along what kind of points I should bring up when I talk about the song and what parts are important to the song, but for this video I decided not to, just because this was the song on the album that probably meant the most to me as the writer. It meant a lot to get out, and it was written at a time where this situation that's exemplified in the song was very real to me. And without getting into too many details, I was part of a pretty upsetting separation, and writing this song was part of my way of working through it. I mean, I said that's not a question. Like, I phrased it as if it was a question. Anyway, I'm gonna continue. But as stated in a previous episode of How I Wrote It, the album itself was a project that I had to do for my school's curriculum. But it didn't start that way, at least when I wrote Good For You and The Unlucky Ones, which were the two songs written for the album first. I knew I wanted to do a concept album, but I didn't know how I wanted to do it, and I didn't know where these songs were going to go. So for all intents and purposes, these were just, The Unlucky Ones, and more so, I think, Good For You were written as a catharsis for me and for a way to get my feelings out onto paper and into the world. And there's a cat. Hi, Gracie. She's very cute. She's cute and shy, and she doesn't like being seen by people. So I'm not going to go pick her up, but she's over there, and she ran upstairs. While the other songs on the album, at least the songs before this, focused on the music and the lyrics pretty evenly, I'd say that Good For You was way more focused on the lyrical content of the song. And for that reason, the first half of the entire song is just an acoustic guitar and vocals. It's supposed to be bare, and it's supposed to be minimalistic, and your attention should be drawn to what is being said and what words are being said. And that goes for the outro as well, which follows this song, and it's just acoustic guitar and vocals, the same way the song started. So going back to the first verse and the first chorus, which are both acoustic guitar and vocals only, the song does add more instruments after that, if just to layer the song a little bit. And by adding all of those instruments, I think, I can't come up with thoughts right now because I didn't write them down. Unlike the other songs where the instrumentation and the arrangement, the musical arrangement, were supposed to act as characters themselves almost, like the guitar solos would be representative of the two people in the relationship, um, or the silence in between certain songs was supposed to represent time passed over the course of the relationship. Um, Good for You is different in that the music isn't a character as much as a platform for the vocals. It's important to hear what's being said, and I feel like the music doesn't get in the way of the message or the theme of the song, because that's not the tone of the song either. The tone of the song, the message of the song, is in the title itself. The whole song acts as a question from one person to another post relationship, and the question is, was it all worth it? Was it good for you? Like, was I good enough for you? Like, was all of it worth it, or, was it all for nothing? And so I think for a song like this, the lyrics should be first and foremost to the central part of this song. Without the lyrics, you just have a sad sounding acoustic guitar playing for 4 minutes with a little bit of band stuff in between. um, so it was really important to me that the musical arrangement and the overall presentation of the song really reflected what the song was about and what the lyrics were talking about. I don't really have much more to say about Good For You. A lot of what I could say are in the lyrics themselves, and all I really need you guys to know is that the song really means a lot to me, and I hope that comes through in the context of the album and in the presentation of the album and all of those fancy words that I've been using for the past couple of weeks to talk about the other songs. And I'll, put up some sort of summary video at the end of the See You Again video coming next week. Be sure to tune into that. But yeah, I hope with this song especially that if there's anyone out there watching this that's going through a rough breakup or has gone through a rough breakup, then I hope this song is something to listen to and relate to. That's all I can ask. Because for me, I had a bunch of songs like that helped me through the tougher times in my life. And I'm only 22, so there are a lot more tough times to be experienced, I think. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy the song, enjoy the album. We're almost there. One more video. It'll be sad not to do these anymore. But let me know if you want to see more How I Wrote It videos. Otherwise, I'm going to go back to binging My Hero Academia. I just finished BoJack a week ago, and then I caught up on Brooklyn Nine-Nine in also a week. So now I'm starting a new show. I'm going to get back to doing that. And in other news, I burned my hand at work. Pretty gross, right? There's the burn, and then there's the open wound where the hot pretzel tray skinned past my skin and left an open wound, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, I want everyone who's watching this to have a wonderful night. Hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to next week's video and this week's cover coming Wednesday. And also, 2 weeks from tonight, on my Instagram will be an Instagram Live performance of every song on my album With Regards From Far Away. In the description, I can't talk tonight. in the descriptions below. Be sure to check out the album, listen to it, tell me what you think, and I can't wait to hear from you. Anyway, have a good night.